back again. We decided to keep going. I don't know if it's a part 2 or if it's just the next one, but we're in the same clothes because it's only a few minutes later from the last video that we just made. So you can flow with us if you feel to. Welcome back into Circle, and also welcome to all who have joined us in this space as well. Let's all take another big deep breath together just to center and ground ourselves. That's what I'm going to do now. Big deep breath into the belly, pulling up through the lungs and into the collarbones. Big exhales out of the mouth now. Good. That's a good way to come into Circle together, to just let yourself breathe and be, just ground into the body in that way. What a gift that is, right? So we wanted to talk about karma from this whole Karmic DNA Healer vibe that we have tapped into tonight. What else did we mention? We're going to talk about karma. Oh, I want us to start moving because I was stretching my body. And so y'all know, because of all the other videos I've been putting out, that movement is a big deal, right? And sometimes sometimes we are called to just be still and do the subtle ninja-like movements, right? Right? But when it comes to dropping the fuck in, one of those practices that works for me is to move my body. That's how I get the voice juices flowing. Truly. Today I was gifted to be able to be outside a lot. I know you were too. I just laid in the sunshine while I talked to my mom, and I told her about my stuff. And thank you, Mom, for holding that space for me all the time. You're precious and wonderful, and I am grateful to be your daughter in this body on this planet at this time. I also am grateful to be my father's daughter as well. And on that note, being the child of, I saw this meme thing the other day that said, they all want what you've got, so show them that what you've got is God. And you know, I've moved through a lot of years now. I know you resonate with this as well. Moving through a very structured religious pathway and just coming back and forth from that throughout my life. And the thread that has remained the same, which was the thread that was attached to my soul. Attached? That's not the right word. The soul stream that's flowing into my body. The source frequency energy that is grounded here in this vessel. Right? I'm speaking to you too. I feel this in my solar plexus. Somebody's growling out there like, what is she talking about? I'm talking about this you, this essence that is you. That is animating, that is experiencing, that is having the consciousness and the perception that you are having in and through your vessel. The God energy, the goddess energy, the Pleiadian, the Arcturian, the Lyran, right? The dragon. There's so much depth to what that soul stream is. That's the kind of stuff we want to talk about as well. Or I do. If you want to hear about it, right? It's fun. But yeah, Karmic DNA Healer. I guess it's kind of like a part 2, and that's what we're doing right here. This is from the Light Language Oracle guidebook. Not guidebook. Light Language Oracle by Chloe Louise Metcalf. And we're talking about Karmic DNA Healing. And what did you say the question was? Like, what do we want to talk about? Karma, right? Yeah, like what it is. And so when we talk about these things, like I want to say that we perceive things in our own way. And so when I talk about karma, I'm going to talk about it as my understanding can. If you got anything to chime in with, you please, please do. My understanding of karma is that, I just heard that. I heard what we'll say as spirit guides, right? Saying, well, it's about belief. It's about belief. I'm getting like signals mixed here, and I want to hand my 5D the microphone now that everybody gets to talk to this channel for me. Okay. Gosh, when things start to get confusing, right? Not confusing, but it's like so much chatter. Like, shh. We're speaking through this voice box right here, and she can only talk at a certain speed. Okay, karma. Is that like a test? How clearly can she talk about it? What does she think karma is? You go. What is karma?
I'm asking you.
Right? There are so many people that can talk about it. There are so many books out there. There are so many people who believe hot and heavy that, you know, good and bad karma, and if they don't eat meat, then they're racking up good karma points, or they're not getting any bad karma points. It's about decisions and how they resonate out into the world. So say for instance, what's a good for instance? Ooh, you all got some! What is a good for instance? So we're gonna go in a really obvious way and talk about, I feel like y'all are putting the pressure on me, and that's what this is, though. That's what it is, being a clear channel, is having the pressure put on you. You got to give yourselves grace. That's one of my big mottos, as they say, as I say. Got to give yourself grace when you are feeling it, especially when you're in your first steps, when you are first coming out to speak a truth, to talk about an understanding, to talk about a knowing. When it feels a certain kind of way, create the container around you that allows you to feel safe, right? This is part of the karmic DNA activations that this is talking about. We are sacred and sovereign souls, so that soul stream I'm talking about, that connection straight from source, that is alive in you, is evidenced through your breath. You're breathing, right? You're breathing. You have a consciousness in your body. Something is happening here, right? Whatever you got going on in your belief system, that is true. Right? So, as we are going through this karmic DNA activation, we must remember into our body that we are a sacred sovereign being. As we remember that we are sacred sovereign souls, we begin to align with our truth, right? And so we can talk about our center point, the heart center. We can talk about our sacred shield, that solar plexus, right? We like to say shields on full, shields on full, shields on full, shields on full. My brother teaches us to do it 4 times because there's 4 directions, right? It's really anchoring that down. Think of yourself in a pyramid, in a shield, a bubble of light, these types of things. This creates your field of sovereignty around you. We can talk about Merkabas in this way as well. This is your energetic personal spaceship that you get to program and that you get to control. This is your ship. This is your vessel, right? And so when we are in this space and we are aligning with our highest, truest, deepest, most true self, we begin to understand what is of the highest alignment for us, what is of the highest good for the collective. And we begin to make decisions that reflect that. Some people might call it taking accountability for yourself. Being ethical, being moral, those types of things. Common sense, stuff like that. And when we are acting from this place of loving kindness, of loving awareness, grace for ourselves, we can heal the karma that we have created for ourselves. And so this might look like realizing that the emotion that you had been expressing when you were yelling at your kid, who was just being a kid, right? You feel that when they become adults and they're woke and they're awake. They're not like that woke thing that people get all wrapped up on. They're awake. They are sovereign in themselves. They know who they are, and they can speak their voice without fear or in spite of fear to their offender, which was their parent who had, yelled at them all the time. I can say that because that's something that I have been moving through personally, feeling my own creations, feeling the karma created in my life. And so the healing that we receive as we come into this place of truth, come into this place of heart, of activated soul in the body, who is connected into the all of everything. And that's why she sounds weird now, because she's connected into the all of everything, and it's beyond this world, right? It's beyond this matrix. That's what karmic DNA healing is to me. What do you think?
For me, when I think of karma, I think of the soul lessons that I came here to learn myself, to show others their own lessons to be a part of, which was all planned ahead of time. To take full accountability for myself and to learn that how I identify is very human. Even the personality that I get to choose every day is just data. It's not me at the end of the day. I think there's so much programming in the matrix, in this experience, and we complicate things. And if you know, you would know. The simpler it is, the truer usually. Creator likes to keep it simple. And in the complexities of the simplicity, it's all organized. So if it's a chaotic complexity, it's probably misaligned.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're remembering, we're waking up. We came here to serve Gaia, and this is Gaia's time. She is rising. You can feel it. And we get to be a part of that. That is part of why we're here.
Yeah. That is beautiful. Gosh. Y'all feel that, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's like a mic drop after, I mean, it did. The mic dropped and I was like, where is it? Just wow. I love this woman. Did we introduce ourselves this time? Brooke Nicole and Amber Nicole. We're the Nicoles. I saw that. You were like, bye. Thanks for that.
No credit. No.
Oh. I mean, no, it's not, it's not like that, right? Right, yeah. When we talk in that way, you can hear that. You can hear such truth coming through, and it's precise, right? I mean, gosh, clear channel. It makes me, gosh, through all time and space, just give even more grace to the people that I didn't used to be able to witness or receive in such a way, because they were doing this. They were meeting me where I could understand. Gosh, it's a lot. It's a lot. So grateful though when everyone comes along for the ride, for the babbly part, because that's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to talk about it all. I really appreciate getting to be here, doing these types of things with my friends and with the beautiful people who will listen and see. And I look forward to more and more conversations, more and more circle times. Gosh, it's going to be so much fun. Wait till you hear all these people that we have in mind to bring to talk and share heart truth with everyone. Share the light and let it be gracefully embodied. Let the shadow be gracefully embodied. Such balance between it all, and we, as the yin yang. I said that was such a Texas twang, yin yang. That's how I said it when I was little, yin yang. Cause I'm from H-Town. You can't have one without the other, and as we like to say, on my sweet team, lean into your heart, speak from the heart, be in the heart space, in all ways, and give yourself grace when you gotta dangle in the low spot sometimes, because it's really dense down there, and there's lots of feelings and emotions and reflections, and gosh. Yeah, thank you. I love it. I think I'm feeling the circle really closing now. I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate your beautiful voice and your presence here with me. And I love you, and I love you, and I love y'all. And yeah, thank you for being here. Peace and life.